Coming soon. Until then, enjoy the vibes.
My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body.
Coming soon. Until then, enjoy the vibes.
My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body's on fire.
Just enough.
My baby, your body's on fire. Hey, body's on fire. My baby, your body's on fire.
Yeah. This one I can do with the jabba. Me, I no get time on the jabba. Dada cover my face, calling me lava. Biggie man, we know the where I money, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. We can go, ride the wind, and the beat, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. We can go, ride the wind, and the beat, die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commentate.
I can't come and kill myself.
Anything when I they try to they do on my way.
I can't come and kill myself.
Plenty survive we face. Just to make sure money day. All my people that go say I know one fight, I know one time, I know one payment. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy me food, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, money, what's it come? Chewbacca. All the penny, they get it, ride the money, and the feet, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it coming? Chewbacca, all the penny, they get it, ride the money, and the feet. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows I'm juggling, flow like the ocean, my boat I'm paddling. Chada she no fella, that's my bro, my family, bros in chains. When it comes to money, I take concentrate. Like I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become mission, I be head of state. But my people then go say, I know one fight, I know one time, I know one women. I want enjoy, I want jump life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, my nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. They can get ride the money, and the beat, die for nothing. My nigga, what's it come? Chewbacca, all depend. They can get ride the women, and the beat, die for nothing. Oluwabana,
Good afternoon to everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, and I was trying to go live yesterday, but I'm telling you, life has been life, and I've been so busy and running around. It won't be an all-day live. What is it? When I cannot be live past 3 o'clock. Okay. All right. So I do see I have a guest. All right. I should probably put a banner but let's see. With my Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm having technical difficulties already. I don't know if God's trying to tell me, girl, in the live, don't do it. Sis, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Earlier it was going in and out real bad. Hey, everybody.
Okay. What about now? Am I okay?
Yes, you're okay now.
Okay. So thank you everyone for being here. I'm gonna go down in the chat real quick and I'm gonna speak to everybody and then I'm gonna get started because I have about three topics or three different people that I want to talk about. And I also want to thank those who have left me positive messages. I do plan on responding back to everybody and taking time to look at everything. But I've had a lot of people showing me some love. I've also had some people who are upset.
Your voice went out again, sis. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live. Let me see. Let me go into the chat. Speak to everybody till she come back. Hey, YT cameras. Hey, Bird. Hey, Ricky Clay. Hey, Dr. LaShonda. Clark. Hey, Gemini Love. Hey, Swag. She'll be back, guys. She went to go and hey, Zara. Hey, Caesar Depew. She went to go get her thing and everything taken care of. Hey, why Tanya Jones? Hey, Red Star. Okay. Yes, welcome everybody to the live. Come over, kick your feet up. Our host was having some technical difficulties. Hey, everybody. Oh, man, it is so cold here. Oh, wow. Yes, join the membership. Hey, MV.
Oh my God. Sis, if
Okay.
it does it again, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live because obviously that's just God telling me this is not the time or the day or the space
You
or the
sound
place.
excellent now. You
I
sound
sound good.
excellent.
I came in through
Yeah.
my phone.
Okay. I'll go
So
back on
hopefully
mute.
we don't have no problems because if the Wi-Fi is acting crazy, my data should go ahead and pick it up.
Okay. I'm gonna go back on mute.
No, go I didn't want to interrupt. You were saying something?
No, I was just speaking to everybody and letting them know that you'll be back. You had to go and check something out. That's all.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm gonna do because I've already spent like 10 minutes fucking around with this sound and shit. So I'm just gonna say hello to everybody in the chat. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. We're just gonna move forward like that because I don't know if I'm gonna have more issues, and I want to be able to tell y'all at least some of the stuff that I wanted to come on here and talk about. Um, so sophisticated lady wants to know if you have a PO box, Krista.
Oh no, I sure don't. But thank you. No, I don't have one.
Okay. So
So
I did
sweet.
want the BBW today because I had people hitting up my phone talking about what is because everything she do, they blow up my phone as though I can change anything that she's doing. Okay, that's what people think. They think I can say something and that's gonna change a damn thing that her stubborn ass is gonna do or don't do. So they said, why did BBW go pull up? Well, not pull up, but why did she go drop in T Velocity's chat? And I was like, what? Are you sure it wasn't a troll page? So anyway, as I was coming home and I was in the car, I'm listening. And so she was telling the story about, how and why she ended up in her chat. And so she gave clarity. So I was like, damn, I really don't even have the question for her anymore on what led her to, drop down in the comment section. So thank you for answering that, because a lot of people were asking. If you want to explain it here, they can go back and watch your video. It's up to you, however you want to do it. But
if you want me to,
you can go and just break it down on why you ended up in her chat room. Because I was gonna say, sis, if y'all even be, don't like troll in her on her channel, because that's one of like my pet peeves that people do with me. Like, I don't care if they don't like me, go to your page and talk shit about me, but don't come to my page or don't come where I'm at and bother me. But once you explained it, I was like, okay, that makes perfect sense why you ended up over there. So I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna give you the floor.
Okay. And I'm gonna make it real quick, y'all. I'm gonna keep it like under 2 minutes. Grown Folks TV, when we were still talking, he had told me that he had went over there and he said, wow, did you know that she was asking you to come up on her page? He said, on her channel. He said, where was you at? He said, I didn't even know that y'all had a problem with each other until they kind of like pulled me up there. When I got up there, they started talking, but she kept requesting that you come up. I said, me? So I thought he was, playing around with me, being funny. But he was like, no, I'm serious. In her live, go back to the live and listen to it. And it was during the time that the whole thing with the landlord guy was going on. So I said, well, I got to go back and watch the video, because I can't believe that she would actually be, wanting me to come up on. That's a joke. Gotta be. And especially at a time where everybody was, hitting me with trees and garbage cans and stuff. So when I listened to the thing, she was actually saying that, yes, drop down. I'm dropping this link. This is for Krista. Krista, come on up here. I know you in my clouds. I know you in my bushes and all of this stuff. And I'm like, well, wow, okay.
Was this recent or was this old? Was this an old video she was saying this, or was this recent?
This was recent. This was like maybe like two of her videos back. Maybe 2 or 3 of her videos back. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Right.
So,
I'm
because
back.
I don't drop down in her stuff. Yeah, I don't drop down in her thing. The only time that I will is when I know me and her done had an initial, like, wham bam, wham bam 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 out here in these streets. So then I will go over there and make sure I'm listening in case she say something, so I can respond accordingly. So I hadn't been over there at her spot. So on yesterday, because of everything that had happened with us over there at Nest and stuff, I was like, you know what? I said, I'm going to ask her, since she had requested me before. I said, I'm going to ask her, do she still feel the same about, because she had a lot to say about that situation. I said, I want to know, now that everybody knows that this was like a trolling thing. I guess they call it trolling, but I call it me just being BBW, how I've always entertained my people. Does she still feel the same about me as she did before she knew that this was a trolling thing, that they call it? And that was my question to her. I didn't ask, can I come up on her panel? I didn't ask, can we be best friends? I didn't say any of those things. I just asked her, did she still feel the same about it? And she was like, is that really BBW? Wait a minute. Is that really her? And I thought she was getting ready to say, something like, give her explanation like she do, about how she felt or whatever. So I typed in there, yes, it's really me. And honey, before I knew it, she had lit fire to my ass. I was like, ooh, okay, let me go sit in a pail of water, get this fire off my ass, and carry my ass on down the damn road. And I left. That was it.
Child, okay. So now we know why she dropped down. I didn't get it at first. I was like, what the hell is she doing? Because child, they be blowing my phone up, honey, on your ass. And I'm like, girl, she do not listen. She gonna do what she want to do. I can't do
I
a damn
know.
thing about it. And people also fail to realize that if I have an issue with something that you do, or if me and you have an issue, I'm gonna hit you up behind the scenes and we're gonna have a conversation about it. I'm not gonna go and fire up a live and then start talking to you about what you're doing right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just not gonna do that. And I know
No.
some people do that here on YouTube, and that's because their so-called relationships are based on storylines and content. That's
Yeah,
not
no, we don't do that.
you see
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? So they want to know what's your sign. They said you act like an Aries. I believe she's a Sagittarius.
Yes, I'm a Sagittarius, but I am a fire sign, and Aries are fire signs. Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. We are loyal and we are forgiving people too. But and if people just knew, I just I come off kind of hard because I love hard and I'm really a kind person. But if you piss me off and do some crazy shit to me, I will come out here screaming and barking like anybody else will. But for the most part, y'all, I don't take that shit serious. That's all you got to do is say, "Girl, can you forgive me?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's be friends again. Let's run through the sunset together." I'm one of them. But it,
Let me tell you
it,
something.
it
Ricky says, what did Aries do? Aries, especially men, are some moody, crazy ass fucking people. I will not date a Aries man. I did it one time. I'll never do it again. The only thing that I can say about Aries in general, when it comes down to, like, let's say money or anything like that, if they ask you for something, they're gonna ask you for just what they need. If they say I need $10 and you give them 20, they're gonna give you the other $10 back and be like, here you go. You know what I mean? So I
that's
do
a
appreciate
fact.
that about an
Yep.
Aries. But as far as Aries temperament, they can be cool, but when they go to pop off, that shit gets dangerous.
That's that fire sign. That's what we do. Yeah, it's real dangerous. That's that fire sign shit. Hmm.
Doreen, don't get me started on Leos. I ain't got time to date. The Leos gonna get mad with me. So um
Leos are the more emotional side of the fire signs, though.
me and Leos, we really don't get along.
Yeah,
Now, yesterday, Brian had did a video. Thank you, Zahara. Thank you so much. Brian did a video yesterday, and I don't know if you guys had seen the video or not. If you have seen it, let me know in the comment section if you checked it out.
yeah, I
Now,
gotta look at it because I heard about it.
yeah, I did listen to it, and I normally don't watch or listen to Brian just because he can't stand me or whatever. I'm not gonna get into all of that. So it's not like me and him watch or support each other, whatever. But when I heard what was going on, I did go and listen to his video, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully things will get better. So grown folks had did a live, and he was saying, Brian could come over, and he asked if I would come up while he prayed. And at first I really didn't want to go up because I was like, Brian doesn't like me, and I don't want to set him off, and I don't want to upset him because he might say, well, I don't want her. You know how that can be. But then I also know the
Right.
religious part of it when two or more are gathered. So I just came in there and stood in agreement on what was going on. Now I still really don't know what was going on. I don't know if he found out some health information. I don't know if he's just being paranoid and he assumes that some stuff is going on. First, when I listened to it, I was like, I hope he's not trying to harm himself. But what I do want to say is that, in all seriousness, as much as I joke around and play around about med check and stuff like that, mental health is very important. And I don't care how much people shade me, I'm going to always talk about mental health. Because when you get to the point where whatever it is you're going through and you feel that your only outlet is to pick up YouTube and tell everybody about whatever it is that you have going on, knowing that it's going to backfire, because we already have a demon, and I know
It went out again, sis. Your voice went out. Yeah, it went out again, sis. We can't hear you. Hey, everybody. She'll be back. She'll fix it and come back with us. DC Purple Diva. Thank you, DC Purple Diva, for moderating in the chat on today, too. Sweetheart, I appreciate you so much.
Okay, can you hear me now, sis?
Yep, you're back loud and clear.
Oh, what is going on? But yeah, when people feel like, she wouldn't have made fun of him, whatever he has, going on. And my thing is this: people are getting upset about people speaking on Tita and her situation and how everybody should have empathy and sympathy. But here, Brian is crying out for help and support, and she's over there making fun of the situation. Even if I don't get along with somebody, I'm not going to sit there and make fun of a person in a vulnerable situation, somebody that's, going through something, whether they like me, hate me, or whatever. I'm not going to do that. But I think the same mercy and grace that you want for others that you like, you should give that same mercy and grace to people who are asking for help, because you don't know what the person is going through. So that's what I want to say about that. Next thing I want to say, and I am going to get into Tita. That's probably going to be my last things. The Sparkle Libra. If any mod can drop the link to the membership, I would truly appreciate it. I would do it myself, but I'm not on the laptop right now. I don't know why I'm having so many difficulties today on this damn internet. But so I found out, and I don't know if you guys know about this, but Beasley, from my understanding, I didn't listen to it, but Beasley called Jay Wilson's father. Now, I really don't understand why. As far as I know, I don't even think Jay Wilson even knows Beasley like that. Like, he might have mentioned his name or talked about him in passing. But I've never seen Beasley be a part of like Jay Wilson's commentary. I haven't seen like Jay Wilson, reading him down and doing different stuff like that. So what was the excuse for him to call that man's father?
Now, Jay Wilson is pastor, right?
Yeah, Pat. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've been going over there with him a couple times. Oh, wow. That Beasley is such a pig. Oh.
And he said he was calling him to wish him a happy Father's Day. And so he was going to replay the recording. And this was over at ZX's. I left because my thing is this: I don't want to give anybody watch time, a click or a view when you're doing nonsense. Because when you give those clicks and views to listen, people are chasing clicks and views. So we'll give them those couple thousand views. They won't keep doing crazy shit because they're going to feel like it's bringing in numbers. And that's where I'm putting my foot down. At this point, even when certain people come to platforms and they doing crazy shit, I'm just going to remove myself. It's just certain things I'm not going to do no more. There was no reason to call his father. Calling his father for what? And then he said something like, you're going to come out the closet, but you can't say homophobic stuff about somebody, yet you're calling somebody this a gay, you're calling their dad. That seems strange. If you a straight man, like, why are you concerned with a gay man and what he's doing with his life? That doesn't make sense to me.
And then that's personal. That if somebody wants to respect their parents and not share with them that part of their life, that's their choice. That's not up to the internet.
I mean, we just don't have to go that far. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dr. LaShonda is saying that Jay Wilson had dropped Beasley from his panel one time. Hey, Frank. So he dropped him from the panel. So okay, you mad about that, but that's no excuse to call his father. And what I've noticed, and I don't know if you noticed it, but a lot of people take a lot of this shit very personal. If people block me and I don't even know these people, but I'll be in a
Yeah.
chat and I'll see something come up on the screen and I'm like, oh, okay, that person has me blocked. 9 out of 10, I don't know the person. And then
Mhm.
I may know the person. And for whatever reason they chose to block me, they have the right to do that. That doesn't mean that I have to do wall posts about them, videos about them, dox them, call their family. I don't got to do all that just because they got me blocked. Everybody
Mhm.
ain't for everybody and don't always have to be personal. But
That's right.
sometimes people just be doing too damn much.
Mhm. Yeah, calling that man's father, he got to be older because Jay
Yeah,
Wilson is my age, right? Jay Wilson's, I'm 53. I'll be
I mean, I
54
don't
this year.
care I don't care what's going on. We don't have to do that just because you get
Yeah.
dropped from a panel. And even I seen how hostile he was acting towards ZX yesterday, but I guess they're friends and understand each other's temperament. I personally wouldn't be able to handle it, just because I do things that are different. But
Yeah.
like I said, mental health is so important because even people doing stuff like this, that's not normal behavior.
Because that's what I told people, even when he was going around saying how you allowed me and him to go in your back chat and I was back there showing him this and that and stuff. I was kind of careful how I really approached him about that. I mean, I did get a little harsh afterwards, but even then, I still could have said even more harsh words. But I was just like, this person is obviously dealing with some type of mental health. And I don't want to be the one to send them directly over the edge.
Yeah.
So that's why I just blocked him and told him, get on away from here. And that's not cute. And especially when you have someone like ZX promoting that and saying that it was true and all of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not
Yeah,
that's
I don't
not
even
cool.
get down like that.
Yeah.
I don't get down like that, so I'm not gonna be in no stream yard with
Yeah.
anything with anybody showing their body parts or any crazy stuff like that. I don't even get
And I
down
would
like
never
that.
even disrespect you like that. I don't even know. That ain't what goes on over here. We don't do stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's that's just strange. But people just got to do better.
Hmm.
And also too, like, I don't take it too personal where I'm going to beef with somebody that's doing something to somebody else, because the fact of the matter is these people make up and break up all the time. And one of the
Right.
big issues that I have with people is when they don't like somebody, they want you to hate that person. But once upon a
Yeah.
time, they was cool with this same person, or they end up
Right.
making up with the person later on. And once they make up with the person, it's cool for you to be cool with them. But as long as
Mhm.
they can't stand them, you're supposed to hate them too. That's some childish shit.
Very
And
childish.
there was also, this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about, then I'm gonna go to Tita, right? So people were talking the other day and they were saying that people shouldn't have to pick a side. Thank you, YouTube cameras. Love you, boo. They were saying that people shouldn't have to pick a side or whatever. And I agree that you shouldn't have to pick a side if it's two people and they're beefing and you like both of them. But there are also times when it comes down to loyalty. And who are you going to stand with when it reaches a certain point? And so I do agree that people shouldn't have to pick a side. But there are certain situations, and even certain situations like with BBW, and I told parties in advance, what did I say, BBW? Didn't I say where my loyalty is going to be?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
You
okay.
told them.
Okay. So see, those are things that people don't know.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean I'm a beef with the other person or anything like that, but
No.
it was
Mm-mm.
already put out there no matter what, this is where my loyalty is gonna be.
That's right.
So I just don't get that part.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna move over to Tita, right? And this is probably gonna be the end of the road for this one. Because like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse, right?
And can I say something to that?
Absolutely. I'm going to mute while you talk.
And I just want to say, just in case it comes out, because I want people to know that I am not TC's enemy. And I realize there's a lot of people who go around saying a lot of things, who there's times that they said that she be saying like little slick shit and other people's things and stuff about me. I don't pay no attention to all of that. Even now, because I knew how close she was to the Tita lady. I didn't know a lot about Tita. I think I maybe watched one, maybe two of her videos, and I just kind of glanced in and glanced out. She was doing like some decorating in some of the videos, and I love that type of stuff. And that's how I knew a little bit about her, but I did know that TC was very close to her. And I even reached out to TC here recently, and I told her, I said, I'm so sorry to hear about your friend. And I just want you to know, if you would want to talk about your friend or talk about your friendship with her or whatever it is, you are more than welcome to use my platform to do so. Because that's the type of person that I am. And I realized even yesterday she was over there in Miss T Velocities and stuff. Well, I'm not supposed to say that lady's name, but Cabbage's place. Um, but she didn't say anything. She didn't say hello, boo, get away from here, dog, cat. And again, there's times that her friends and them have said things about me, and she's right there promoting all of those things, you know. So some people, they're like, well, BBW, why don't you just like ignore her and just go ahead and be nasty towards her and stuff like that? I'm not going to sit here and be nasty to somebody because they're nasty to me. I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is continue to be myself and just leave you where you are and let that karma hit you in your ass, because obviously you're the one that's butthurt along with your friends that things did not work out the way you intended for them to, for whatever the reason is, you know. And I see Shelly had to drop down. She'll be back. But I just wanted to say that part just in case, anything come out. I'm not TC's enemy or anything. I'm just not no bitter, hateful person like people try to make me out to be. And thank you. Thank you, White Tiny. Yeah, John. Yes. Yeah, that's just me. I've always been like that. I've even been that way with some of my exes and stuff until my exes that I actually was with for years, you know, even with their families and stuff like that. I still be nice, and that's just me. That's just my personality. Like I said, I'm a very, very forgiving person. And like I said, that's just me. You ask me why I'm that way, I don't know. It's just me. That's all I can say. But and everything will be all right. Just trying to see if anybody. I like you both. I stay out of it. Yes, yes, DC Purple Diva. Yes, you do. A lot of, you know what? They're the only people I must say that has taken TC and I our thing to heart to the point where they want to be nasty about it is her friends, is the people that's close to her. Everybody else just kind of like, child, we knew both of y'all and loved y'all and hung out, had our own little friendships and stuff with y'all. And it's just the same, you know, and it's nothing. Because really, I never required anybody to make a choice. I never said y'all got to be Team BBW over this whole me and TC thing. I've been on panels with her and all types of stuff. I'm just not one of those type of people. Shelly, you back?
I'm back. Girl, I think
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm having like the worst luck. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on today, but We
Take
going.
over. I just wanted to explain that part to everybody. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
And
filling
hey,
in.
grown folks, I see you up in the building.
I'm filling in for Shells until she got technical difficulties, I guess. So
Who is that,
Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, that's Benz. Thank you, Benz, for coming up.
Oh
I'm
my
having all types of
goodness.
issues, and I just want to be able to finish this live out. Okay.
it is I. It is I. What's up, BBW?
What you want?
What you mean? What I want? Shit, I'm up here to help save the day. I'm up here to help save the day.
And oh, I'm sorry, I was having issues, and I don't want to seem like I'm ungrateful. YouTube cameras, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. I truly appreciate it. You know, you didn't have to do it, but you did it. You know, your support is more than enough in doing that extra. I truly appreciate it. Now, when it comes to Tita, I still feel how I feel, right? The more I hear information about it and the stuff that she was doing, like falling asleep, losing the kids at the park or whatever, you know, this was an ongoing thing with her. I feel like it was very preventable, but continuing to beat her down is not going to bring the child back. You know what I'm saying? So that's not my intention. That's not what I'm trying to do. And like I said, I haven't said the child's name. I haven't said the parent's name. I haven't done any of that. But one thing that I do want to correct is yesterday, Grish, and I love me some Grish, but Grish was saying that the reason why Tita only got this little bit of time was because they tested her urine and all this other stuff and it didn't come back. I have the same court papers right in front of my face. And at least on my end, I'm not seeing anything like that at all. Am I saying that Grish is lying? No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is the court documents that's in front of my face, they don't say anything like that. They did say that they told her, like, you know, she had to come in and get tested and all that other type of stuff. But what y'all have to also understand is that when you're prescribed certain medications and you go take a urine test, it may say clean even if you ain't clean because that medication is prescribed. I don't know if y'all following along what I'm saying. Like, if you look on a court paper and it says that I took a urine test and it passed or it came back with no issues, does it mean I don't have any drugs in my system? No, that's not what it means. I'm about to go take a urine test today. And it's gonna come out and they're gonna say, okay, no problem. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Because it's prescription medication that they gave me. So that's what's gonna be in my urine. And anything extra, like THC, my doctors are aware of that. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe things go different in different states, or people really don't understand a lot of this stuff. But I also feel that we are supposed to learn from this situation. And sometimes we don't need to let YouTube be our priority all the time. Because if you get so distracted with, and I'm not even blaming YouTube, because if YouTube wasn't there, there wouldn't have been nobody to call her to try to wake her ass up. So I'm not blaming YouTube. YouTube, I guess, did good, or what YouTube was supposed to do. So I'm not blaming YouTube. But what I am saying is that sometimes we're just doing too damn much and not concentrating on what we're supposed to be doing. And we have a lot of people on this app that have children, who have grandkids, who have nieces and nephews, and their priority is this fucking internet and not them kids. So now I don't know if y'all want me to show y'all the paperwork so y'all can see it yourself. I'm not going to show any doxed information, anybody's personal names and stuff like that. But if y'all want to see it, I can show y'all the information, because one thing about me, I'm gonna always go on receipts. I ain't going on no goddamn how you feel about something, how you feel towards somebody. And I know sometimes when you like somebody, you know, maybe people tend to try to find some good, or oh no, it was no, this lady knew what she was doing. She knew that she couldn't keep her eyes open. She knew she was out there taking Suboxone, which is basically motherfucking heroin. She knew that she was taking other opioids. Okay, she knew that she was out here with the THC. She knew she already have health issues and whatever medication she's taking for that. So you got all this shit going on, and you think you're supposed to be somebody's babysitter. No, the fuck you're not. And then when you say something, people want to come on YouTube and get mad with you because you're saying something. No, I'm going to say something. And then people are like, well, what about the parents of the kid? Why the fuck would the parents of the kid be over in my motherfucking chat? Should they be mourning their child somewhere? Why would they? How would they get directed to my channel? I didn't put their fucking channel name in my title. I didn't put their name. I didn't send for them. So why would they be here? Now, when it comes down to the money, and I was hearing the Creole was saying that people were emailing her and harassing her for supporting Tita. I feel like this. Everybody is grown adults, and they can do whatever it is that they want to do. When it comes down to financially supporting, once again, I don't work for nobody money, so I can't tell them what to do with their money. But I know for me, I'm not giving a penny to somebody who did this to themselves. When she got fired from Mia, whatever fuck her name is, when that lady fired her for falling asleep while she was babysitting, that was over a year ago. That was the wake up call. That was the wake up call. And see, sometimes people are so easy to call CPS when you beefing with somebody, but somebody should have been calling CPS when her ass was nodding and fucking babysitting. Honestly, CPS needed to be involved long before this shit got to where it was. I wasn't watching her like that, so I didn't see none of that shit. Every time I try to support her, that lady would come for me, speak on me all ill and shit like that. So I don't have a history of watching her, you know, all like that. And I know sometimes people don't want to get involved and make a phone call and report somebody, especially if you like them. But sometimes that's necessary. And sometimes even if a person don't have a child, sometimes even when it comes down to adult protecting services, somebody needs to be involved. Because kids cannot always speak for themselves. They don't have a voice. Sometimes elders don't have a voice. And if you see something, say something. So that's the lesson for all of us. You sitting here, you watching somebody, you see something going on, and it ain't looking on the up and up, do something about it. It's better to call, make a call, and for CPS to say, you know what, we don't see anything wrong, and there is no issue. But like I said, I went to a funeral of a 4-year-old child, and I don't wish that on nobody. That is an image I will never get out of my head. And that shit happened like damn.
Oh, Ben's gonna leave when it's time to do her job. She's gonna drop down. Shelly, your sound went out again, bro. Y'all see how Ben's do? She supposed to been up here working. It's hard to find good help these days. It's hard to find good help, y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, when you get back, when you get home. I'm telling Shelly, dock your pay.
What was Ben supposed to be doing?
Ben's talking about she was supposed to be coming up here to help out. when your thing had went out, and then as soon as your sound and stuff went out, and it was time for her to do her job to help fill in, she was gone.
Oh, okay. I
She
know
left right out the door with you. She gonna say, "Oh, wait for me, Shell," and just gonna leave. Vroom. I said, "See, y'all, it's hard to find good help." I'm telling Shelly to dock that pay.
Don't worry about it. I got her motherfucking ass when she gets to DC. Can you hear me now, BBW?
Yeah, you're perfect, baby. I'm gonna go back on
I
mute.
think it's a hard thing,
Oh,
saying,
I'm sorry. Somebody said stop smacking. I sure was over here eating a piece of toast. Sorry.
oh, I'm about to say who the hell they talking to because I ain't eat nothing. Tanya says I try to save a 6-month-old from the parents putting the baby in scalding hot water. Oh my God. Can I tell you how awful I felt when I had called CPS about the funeral of the child I went to? I called CPS and everything. CPS didn't do anything. They came out to the house, they left a card, and that's when I found out by law, you don't have to let CPS in your house. See, a lot of people don't know their rights. If your kids don't have any bruises on them where a teacher or somebody like that had reported it, they can come to your house and you don't have to let them in. You don't have to speak with them. It's only when there's proof that the child has been abused. Because, and then the crazy part about it is the child passed away, not even in the mother's care. She passed away in the grandmother's care. But the child still was gone. So if you see something, say something. Don't worry about if they're going to get mad with you later on, because you could save a life, you know. And I'm not blaming anybody who was sitting there watching or supporting or anything like that. But even when the few times I did watch her, I didn't even like watching her giving the kids a bath. I would see her putting lotion on them and powder all on them. Now, of course, my mind is not thinking like that. But we got a lot of sick ass people out here. And they go to family channels or channels, you know, nanny channels or whatever, because they getting their rocks off. And I just feel like also too, it's somebody else's child, but maybe their parents is okay with them being on camera. I don't have any grandchildren yet. I hope to be blessed one day to have one, but you're never going to see me on live bathing my grandkids, putting lotion on them, putting Pampers on them, putting baby powder on them. You ain't gonna see none of that, and you won't see them unattended. So if you see something, say something. Now, do y'all wanna because I'm not on my thing to do like a poll. Do y'all want to see the paperwork as far as what we were talking about yesterday on Ronnie Q's live? Because there's nothing on there that she passed this and she passed that and all this other kind of stuff. That didn't happen. And I think people need to also not sweep it underneath the rug, because what's gonna happen when she get out of jail? Is she gonna come back to babysitting? Y'all go sit back there and watch her babysit? And then people talking about, well, don't talk about it because it's outside of YouTube. No. This shit happened while she was live streaming. So if it happened on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. And it happened on YouTube. And for years, people have always said, like, even somebody like Corny said, somebody going to die and somebody going to go to jail. I had no idea it was going to be like this. So we got one person dead and another person in jail. Y'all want to see it? Okay. Yes, Sparkle Libra. She was always doing stuff like that. That's why people thought when the child passed that the child had passed in the bathtub. I've seen her dousing kid with powder all over their chests and stuff. I don't play that game. And I don't like, even when some parents, you know, like with girls and stuff, and they'll put like a pamper or pull up on them and they let them, you know, walk around the house with no shirt on. I didn't play that shit. When my daughter was young, you're not walking around with just a pamper on. I don't care whether you don't have a titties yet or whatever. No. I don't play them games. People need to also let kids be kids. And that's another thing too. They should make, that's what I wanted to know. Was that a part of it? So I am gonna Like that should be a part of her probation, to never ever be able to be in the care of children, because she don't even need to watch her fucking self,
Yeah,
let
that's
alone somebody else's child.
uh-oh.
Can I say something?
Oh,
Oh, that's Ben's.
I said, can I say something? Can you hear me?
it's staticky bins. Yeah, I don't like that kids walking around without shirts and parents doing all of that. I'm not my mom was never we never did that type of stuff. Shelly, I don't know if you still talking or if you on mute. I'll just keep talking till you say something. I don't know if you went to get the information you needed or what. But I've never been a big fan of that either.
Okay. Girl, let me tell you something. When you're trying to put the truth out there, the devil don't want to hear that shit, child. The devil get real. The devil get big mad, honey. The devil get big mad. But if I was over here, motherfucker, trying to run a goddamn campaign to get some money together, uh, everything would be working just fine. And people was mad when Tracy was in jail, and I was telling people, "Oh, here go her number to put something on her books." People was pissed about that. She didn't take nobody's life. I'm just confused for real. People need to make up their mind.
I'll go back on mute now. Back.
Just let me know if y'all can see the screen, okay, or do y'all need to me to make it bigger? Let me take this off. In the chat, let me know. Can y'all see the writing pretty good, or do y'all need me to make it bigger? And at the end of the day, I can't call myself the queen of receipts and don't come through with no fucking receipts or no information. Damn, even though I don't do it like I used to, because like I said, that shit, it's a price to pay with all that shit. And it comes with a lot of negative energy that I really don't want around me. Oh, it's blurry. Okay. Sahara says, I watched her a lot, but she always turned the camera away if she was doing intimate things like nappy changes whenever I watched, but I was not there all the time. Okay, let me see what can make it bigger. Okay. Is it possible people didn't believe Maya because she was saying plenty of things out of spite after she posted a private video of Tita's sister Jackie and her husband? That's true. And it could have been that for real. It could have been. But even now, when people are saying like, well, we seeing her on the street, or she said she bought some pills off the street or whatever. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but you got kids involved in that shit. That should be bigger now because I got it on like, where we at? I got it on 150. So what Grish was looking at yesterday as we go down. Right here. Demand request chemist breath technician. Nowhere on here does it say what the results was, what the results wasn't. So just because they did this and then she got sentenced doesn't mean that her test was great. Obviously, there had to be something in her system. But y'all also have to understand how certain opioids work. They don't stay in your body for days and days and days. Even they might say online, oh, it stays in your system for, up to 3 days. But the truth is, most of that stuff is flushing itself out in a couple hours. I'm going to show y'all one more thing too.
So let me go back. I'm gonna show y'all the other core part. The only reason why I showed going down is because I didn't want to show like her personal information or whatever. I mean, this is like the bail and bond. I guess I could show this if y'all want to see this part. Hold on, let me put this back up. And people mad. If my ass was in motherfucking jail, they had this shit plastered all over goddamn YouTube. So November 1st, 2023 was her bond review. November 29th was her preliminary. And then this is when, so October 26th is when they did the warrant. So arrest warrant was issued October 26, 2023. And then the warrant was served 10/31/2023. So I'm gonna go from here and just scroll down again, just in case for whatever reason anybody needs this or wants to look at it later. But yeah, it doesn't give a list of what was in her system and what wasn't in her system. So I just don't want that misinformation out here, because I know a lot of people want to make her a victim, poor Tita, and all this other kind of stuff. Tita knew better than anybody else. Just like it was recommended for me to get a job. You know, I'm not going to say where or whatever, but I told the person, no, I take too much medication. And sometimes I'll end up, you know, I'm exhausted and I'll end up falling asleep. I'm not going to do anything that's going to endanger the lives of other people just because I'm trying to make a couple dollars or whatever. And I mean, I get it. Everybody want to make some money, but it's other things to do where you don't have to jeopardize the life of other people. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pick, because it's two different cases, so I'm gonna pull this other one back up. The other stuff that she has on here is like just traffic stuff, old traffic crap. BBW, you can talk at any time you want to. I mean, I ain't putting you in the middle of nothing that's going on.
Well, I was just letting you explain everything, you know. Everybody, you know.
But I also don't think that people who don't like Tita, I don't think they should be crucified for speaking how they feel. And some people might like her, but they don't like what she did. You get what I'm saying? Some people ain't just saying stuff because they can't stand her as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Some people feel some type of way because it's because of her neglect that this happened. And people talk about, you know, Big Booty Judy and then the lady from Married to Medicine, she had a child that died at her house at a pool too. So these conversations need to be had. I don't give a damn who mad about it.
Yeah, them pools can be dangerous. I remember we lost a friend. He was like really bad. And when we were kids, and I'll never forget, we were, you know, because our parents back in the day would tell you, make sure you mind your elders, or you cut your life short. And this guy was terrible. And I'll never forget when he drowned and we heard about it. Oh my God, we were devastated as kids. And we just never forgot that, you know. And it's one of those things that when I heard about this situation, I was just like, oh my God, it brought back about that guy to me back when I was a child. You know, although it was a totally different situation, but you know, it just brought that back in my mind, you know, how
Yeah.
things happen. Yeah.
And people have, I mean, and then also too, I feel like we also should be able to agree to disagree, and everybody have their own personal feelings about it. And that's
Yeah.
another part I don't understand, because yesterday emotions I feel like was so high, and people were just going, and I'm just like, people have the right to feel how they feel.
Mhm.
Screen share. Then
Look,
we
look
got
who
another person who
came back to work. Look who done came back to work to the job. They didn't got fresh and got showered and then
don't worry, I'm docking her pay. I'm docking her pay.
you see, they got on fresh yellow. They just fresh to death, child. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
These folks, that's all they do, honey, is be out here dating and stuff. They ain't got time to be coming on live or nothing. Mm-mm.
Okay, so this is just part of like the court scheduling information and stuff like that. Now the manslaughter that she got charged for, involuntary manslaughter. So basically that's just letting y'all know that somebody passed away, but she didn't personally unalive the person. Now y'all notice this right here got narcotics. Police special enforcement in narcotics. They say she ain't had none in her system. Okay, jail term, 5 years. Suspended all but 18 months. Probation, supervised, 5 years. Unsupervised, says false. So she'll have 5 years supervision. And so this is just the bail docket stuff. Indictment. And some people thought she had a what is it called? You know, the type of lawyer that the state gives you. I can't think of the name of them right now, but no, she has a private lawyer. And that may have helped her out too, because a lot of these lawyers, let me tell you, they kick it with the judges, they kick it with the DAs, they hang out behind the scenes. So a lot of times they try to work out deals. So by the time you get to court, that shit already been taken care of. I'm glad she played.
Okay?
Huh?
Is my sound okay?
Yeah, your sound is good.
Yeah, I would just want to say that I don't know the lady in question that we're talking about, but I know I have a grandson and he's 4, and I know he's a water baby. So whenever he see water, he's going for it, you know. And children, they don't know the dangerousness of water. All they know is it's cold and it's fun. So like when we take him to the beach and stuff like that, he head for that water. He's not stopping until he get to the water. So we have to really, really watch him when we take him to the beach or around water and stuff like that, because he don't know. So he's going for it. One time I had to catch him by the trunk of his trunk.
He did what?
One time I had to catch him by his trunks. He was going for the water. I had to run and catch him because he was gone. Yeah.
Let me tell you, my son's friend came over here with her son, and I was running water. I turned around, the kid is butt naked. Just because they heard water in the bathroom. Kids, a lot of kids love water, especially when they think if they're gonna get a bubble bath and stuff like that. They love it. So you really have to be careful.
Yeah, my niece got a 2-year-old, and honey, you can't run no. You want some water? She started taking off them shoes, them socks. She ready. She don't care where you running water.
Yeah, this little boy, he stripped all the way. When I tell you, butterball naked.
Yeah, they be ready.
Oh my God, it had never been in my house before.
Mhm.
She does one thing wrong and she will go to prison for 5 years. Yeah. Now it doesn't explain to me under like her supervision. That's probably something that they've worked out. I'm sure she probably knows what it is, but I don't. I can't access. I don't see that information, on my end. So I don't know, like, what she can or can't do. I don't know if she's gonna have to like get drug tests, stuff like that. If she had, well, her son's about to graduate, so pretty much an adult. So I don't see where they would probably tell her to take like parenting classes or anything. If she had younger kids, I could see that. But I sure hope they make it. And even though she might try to go around it, I hope she don't ever babysit kids again. Really, honestly.
To me, Shells, like being on probation is not serving any time or anything like that, but you really are, because you have to watch what you do. You have to not, break the law or anything like that. Like one minor infraction, you going to prison or jail or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just like a prison out of prison, honestly, because you're on probation.
Yeah, I know my friend was speeding in Virginia, and when she went to court and didn't have a lawyer, the judge told her to come back when she had a lawyer. I'm like, okay. So by the time she paid for a lawyer and all that other stuff, they said, we're going to put you on probation for 3 years. First of all, she wasn't even allowed to drive in Virginia for 3 years. They said, we don't care where you got to go. If you got to go through Virginia, then you just not traveling there. The judge said, I don't care if you litter and you throw a piece of paper on the ground. If you get a citation for littering, you're going to have to do that supervision, that back time.
Mm-hmm. For anything. Even if your dog poops somewhere, don't to.
Her children. Huh?
Even if your dog poop where it's not supposed to, you're going down. That breaks the law right there.
Yeah. And do I have sympathy for her children and stuff? Yeah. Because her son has to suffer behind this too. He getting ready to go to college, mama in prison. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do sympathize. He's an innocent party in all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probation
it's
officer
a sad situation.
Won't have a list.
It's very unfortunate. For real.
I don't think she's gonna be on house arrest, because supervision and house arrest are two different things. If it was gonna be house arrest, they would have put that on there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know anybody personally with HIV, but I'm quite sure that medicine is extremely expensive. I don't know, but I'm assuming. I don't know if anybody in the chat works in the field or if they personally know or have any knowledge, but I do know when certain medications cost a lot of money, jails really try to work something out so the person doesn't either have to do time or they don't have to do a bunch of time. Because that happened with somebody that I knew, and it was a murder situation too, but the person ended up getting into an accident on a motorcycle, and they had brain injury or whatever. So the medication and stuff that they needed to take, like everything was like over $5,000 a month. So they just let that person do basically house arrest, because they just didn't want to have to be bothered with that. So I mean, and I know there's other people in prison that have HIV, of course. Some of them might have even got it in prison, but I don't know what other health issues she had going on, but she looked like she had a lot stuff going on, because at 56, for her to look as aged as she does, so that might have played a part in it too. I don't know. Yeah. What's the difference between probation and supervised probation? Does anybody know? Supervised probation, I'm thinking you got to go check in with your probation officer. And probably unsupervised is just, you have it. And if you get caught up, like you get caught driving dirty or something like that, then you probably get caught up. But supervised, I think you got to check in with them ever so often.
Let me answer. Let me answer both. Let me answer both of them. Go ahead, Krista. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the supervisors, I think when they come to your house, they can come to your house at any time.
I was going to say both of them I wouldn't want. That's what it is, the difference. I wouldn't want neither one of them.
Yeah, but I think the supervisors, they can come to your house.
Hey, Muffy Boo. I'm mad you ain't coming to the meet and greet. I know you know, in the area. Muffy? I would love to meet you.
I was invited to come to your meet and greet. I was told that somebody was going to whop me up there.
Who said that?
Pam.
Who?
Well, Pam? I know damn well Pam ain't said that. Are you playing?
No, I'm not playing.
Wait, what?
They was going to do what? They were going to do what?
They said they're going to have a couple of drinks and stuff. And they're going to whoop my ass.
Girl, I know you playing. Pam ain't said no shit like that.
In my video. She said, come on. Shelly said, my trip already paid for.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Pam said she gonna tap that ass.
Okay.
I told y'all, if anybody will be fighting, I'm the only one that is allowed to fight. Ain't nobody else doing no fighting.
Yeah.
Muffy says one is a call and the other one is face to face. Now, Love says I have mixed emotions. I watched her a lot, and I told my sister about this, and she reminded me of all the stuff I used to say about Tita. Like eating out, but making her son eat sandwiches or leftovers. See what I'm saying? Every day I keep on hearing more and more shit that just make me say, you know what? She's a rotten fucking person.
But look, Muffy said she didn't know you was having one.
A lot of people keep saying they didn't know, but we promoted it for so long. I feel like
for so long, yeah.
Now, Apollonia says someone says she has wounds from the heroin marks that have to be tended to on a regular. See, it's stuff like that. Prisons is a business, and they want to make money. They don't want to lose money taking care of your black ass because you've been out here motherfucking shooting up with fucking heroin for years and all this other crazy shit you got going on. And see, even with me as a mother, this is what I'm saying. We have to look at this and learn from it. If you see a person and they not even 100 years old and they don't got their teeth in their mouth, you got to understand that if they don't give a fuck about their self, they're not going to give a fuck about you or your kids. Somebody who cannot take care of their self, can't tend to their self, don't take care of their self, how they going to take care of anybody else?
Now, I got to ask Apollonia a question. Is that you, Apollonia? Is that you on that picture?
You know that ain't Apollonia. You know who Apollonia is, child.
No, I don't. I don't know that person.
Apollonia from Prince.
Oh, okay, Prince. That's why I asked. I didn't know that Apollonia. That was not her. The Prince. That she looked better than that.
Biz, we can smell your soap through the phone. We can smell your fresh soap, fresh breath.
Good. Smell real good.
Let me tell you something. What y'all not gonna do is sit here in my face and goddamn flirt. Okay, take that shit to y'all channels.
What? I was just saying we can smell the freshness. She out here being fresh.
Cause the last time you was being fresh with somebody I'm cool with, now y'all beefing. You was backing it up on him. He was taking it to the bridge, and now y'all at war.
Who is that?
ZX.
Oh Lord.
Conscious energy. I mean, is it at any point that you think that you and ZX could dead that situation and just move on?
I didn't talk. He talked about me. I did my thing, and then he brought me back up over there with his buddy. So I said had me something to say.
Okay. So
I ain't
maybe
got
it's
nothing.
just all content. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, if his is for content, mine will be for content too. Although my people said, "Child, we don't want to. We don't want to hear about him. Please, we not interested."
No, no, fridge Nat, you can't do that.
Can I
At least
come
I'm
up and
saying.
drag Uncle Tracy? Of course.
But I'm gonna
Drag
drop
anybody?
down.
I
I'll
doubt they're
drop.
coming up, but just wait and see if somebody come up first, Benz. You so quick to goddamn leave. Sit
No,
your ass
I'm
still.
just saying. They talking about can they come to the meet and greet? It ain't. Is it come to the meet and greet or come up? I don't know.
No, they said,
I don't
can
know.
I
But if
come?
they come, well, if they come up, I drop down. It ain't no big. It ain't
Yeah,
no
that's
big.
cool if they come up.
But I doubt they come up.
But yeah, let me tell you, I'm close to somebody who's a nanny. And I've had the conversation with them because listen, it's a warning for everybody. It just takes 2 seconds to get distracted. And something can happen. And then it's a park out here that I go to a lot. Y'all see me down there at the park, and it's like this. It's water out there where the ducks and stuff be, and then it's a playground. You'd be surprised how many kids go running towards that water, and their parents is on the phone doing this, getting distracted. And I'm like, oh my God, it just literally takes a second. That's all it takes.
Yeah, see, I'm one of them people that when I'm watching my little nieces and nephews, they got to come in every room I come in. I ain't going to the bathroom until they go to sleep, or I'm gonna make sure they right outside that bathroom door. What you doing? Where you at? You know, I'm too paranoid. I can't, because kids like to stick scissors and stuff in things and sockets and stuff. No.
And if y'all do need information on Tita and how she's doing, you check out with Jamila, because Jamila and Tita seem to be friends. Okay. Tita and Megabus, I'm quite sure they're not no friends. Tita probably deals with Megabus for the same reason why many other people deal with Megabus. But it seems like her and Jamila have a organic, real relationship. Seems like Jamila really cares about Tita and stuff like that. And so, you know, that's if y'all do like Tita and y'all want to keep up, you probably want to stay connected with Jamila, and she probably can, you know, give Tita messages. And now that the cat's out the bag or whatever, they might as well just go ahead and drop her address. That way, if people really care, they can send her letters and stuff like that. Or I guess now they probably do like email, like e-letters, right? I don't even know if they do the old school jail letters no more like that.
You can still mail it, but they also you can get their internet thing. But they only get so much time with the internet though. Yeah.
Zahara said Jamila and Pops go around her house. Also, they live in the area. Okay. Love says Tita had a habit of leaving those kids with other family members a lot too. See, that's terrible too. Because, you know, shit, I got family members I wouldn't even leave my kids with. So how the hell I'm gonna leave somebody else's kids with them? And I hate that a child had to lose their life, but unfortunately, Tita didn't have no business watching kids. And it could have been worse because she could have had 2, 3, 4, 5 kids in the house, could have caught on fire or anything because she's not completely there. You know what I'm saying? She leaving, she nodding, she doing all this other shit. Oh shit, hold up. Oh, I gotta put my banner up. Give me 1 second.
Who is it?
Conscious energy.
Oh.
Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love.
How are you doing today?
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. How y'all
It's all
ladies
good
doing
in the
today?
hood.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
What's up, conscious energy?
Hey, peace and blessings, sending you tons and tons of good energy. Take that, take that, take that. Family, be just woo, breathing in that good
Well,
air.
you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna receive that, receive that, receive that.
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No
Positive
diddy, no
energy
diddy.
is always needed.
I was sitting back listening to the little kerfuffle that you was talking about and whatnot. I ain't wanna. I'm just enjoying the show. I'm just enjoying the live stream.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I
No,
wish
no,
I
I
didn't
got
have
a
to go to the doctor
I
soon
got
enough. I would. What you
I
say,
got a
Ben?
question. I got a question since he's on the link. I got a
Go
question.
ahead with the question. Go ahead with the question.
Okay, so you did a live and
I did
you
a
was
whole lot
like,
of live. I did a whole lot of live. Tell me which
I'm,
one
I'm
Pacific.
fixing to break it. I'm fixing to break it down if you give me a chance. All right.
Okay, okay.
So you did a live and you was like, who's the queen of the beef sector? So
Right.
did you determine who it was?
Well, I had a interesting poll because I asked a question that a lot of people from my sector, some of y'all call it the Umar sector.
Mm-hmm.
My interaction with the beef sector has only been a few weeks. So from what I had seen, I was watching, of course, yours truly, S. Hutchinson, Ness, and brother Lemon. And so, I've been watching, and it seems
Wait a
like to me
minute.
that
Wait, he's not
that
a queen.
Ness has a lot
He's
of
not a
influence.
queen. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Lemon is not a queen. Lemon is not a queen. I said queen.
Oh, okay. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you think Ness has a lot of influence on the sector?
I mean, I asked you. You made the live about it. I'm asking you.
Well, but again,
What?
I'm not from the beef sector. I
But I'm
was giving
saying, what
my
was the
opinion on what
outcome?
I thought in the last couple of weeks because it seems like to me that she's I ain't gonna say she's giving orders, and I hope H. Hutchinson don't mind me talking because I'm not trying to take over your show. But
Oh,
she
you
asked a
fine.
question.
Y'all go ahead, and I'm gonna pick back up where we left off at in a second. Go ahead.
But yeah, it seems to me that Ness does have a lot of influence in the beef sector. I mean, from the outside looking in, I mean, should I not feel that way?
I mean, I'm asking your opinion. Everybody have their own opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like Ness. I like S. Hutchinson just a little bit better. But I like Ness.
Thank you so
I don't have any
much.
kerfuffle.
You said for a few weeks now.
Yeah, I probably been
Oh,
interacting with the beef sector probably since
then you ain't
April.
been paying attention. Because if you really been paying attention to the beef sector and who's the queen, you would have picked me. Because who put on a
And
wig and had every sector rocking?
could you put the name under the face of your mind so I can see who's talking? She said she's the queen. I would love to know her name.
It's me, conscious. It's just Crystal.
Oh,
Just
just
Krista.
Krista. Oh, okay, yeah,
So
just Krista. Oh, yeah, I remember you. Yeah.
who put on a wig and got every sector rocking and talking about it? Come on now. Who did a troll move on some troll moves and had every sector rocking? It was me, the queen of the beefing sector. Okay.
Woo,
I'm just playing.
woo.
I'm just playing, but I just had to throw that in there. It's what I do. Okay. Let me go back on mute. That's why I have to stay on mute. But go ahead.
And also something else. Can we clear this part up? The child who passed, some people are saying that child was related to her. From my understanding, that child is not related to her. Is that correct? For those in the chat who might know, I think the family was just close to the parents and the child, but I don't think that child was her family member.
I wouldn't know, so the chat will have to chime in.
Everybody's saying she has no influence over the beef sector.
Well, again, like I said, I've only been in the beef sector a few weeks. I do not know all the intricate players. I don't know all the different kerfuffles and back and forths that's going on. So please don't nail me to the cross for having a particular opinion of what my observance of the beef sector to be.
No, of course not, because I saw you live. I was in your bushes. I was listening, and I just want to.
Oh
I
Lord,
didn't,
not in the
catch.
bushes. You wasn't in the
Yeah, I was
bushes,
in the
was you?
bushes. Yeah, I was in the bushes, but I didn't catch it all. I didn't finish it, so I was just wondering what the outcome was. Did you decide on who was the queen of the beef sector? That's it.
Well, the tally hasn't been counted yet, but I will be doing a live stream in the future. Saying who I think may deserve the crown to be queen in the beef sector from my own observance. But we're still waiting on some more votes to come in, and then we'll see where the votes go.
Well,
Okay.
everybody have their own perspectives, so
The subbies do have influence over the beef sector. That is correct. I always
that's
tell
correct.
people,
Right.
subscribers, they basically own the sector. And not just the beef sector, they own every sector. Because without
Mm-hmm.
them, there is no nothing. There's nobody, there's nobody to watch, there's nobody to whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they hold all the weight. And that's why I don't understand why do subscribers allow content creators to treat them like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of content creators, they start feeling themselves when they get numbers. But you can't have numbers without, I mean, you ain't gonna get numbers without support.
Touche, touche.
So at the end of the day, you gotta humble yourself. Like I told somebody yesterday, they was like, damn, you have like 500 people in your chat. I could have 500 people in my chat every day if I wanted to. I know how to get numbers. I got tea, I got receipts, I got stories. But that shit comes at a fucking price. And sometimes it's just taxing. Sometimes people don't want to believe shit. Sometimes you're telling them shit, and because they like the person or it's their fave, they just can't see what the fuck you trying to say. So sometimes you get tired of trying to force people to see the truth. So you just let them learn for themselves. That's
Well,
basically what
I always say that the subbies are
you. I think that's conscious. You echoing. Hold on, let me mute him.
Okay, let me.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
I always say that you ain't screaming. That's all you.
No, I think that's your thing is echoing. I'm not for sure, but it sounds better now. Go ahead, Ben.
I was just saying that the subbies are the foundation. Without like you said, without the subbies, it wouldn't be no content creator, because hell, you could be up on this platform giving commentary to you blue in your face, but if there's nobody in the chat, then you ain't accomplishing nothing.
That part. And the thing is, a lot of I can't stand to see a content creator sit and disrespect their supporters. But I also can't stand to see supporters sit there and take it. Take your fucking subscription and go the fuck on somewhere. You don't have to sit in there chat while they cuss you the fuck out. And all this money that people be requesting for all kind of shit. Like, I'm grateful when people give a cash app or super chat or whatever. But I know at the same time, they don't owe me a motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? But you have some content creators, or at least now, I'm just going to put it out here. The beef sector has turned this whole sector into everything is about money. And I think that's why a lot of the numbers are dropping. Subscribers are tired of every fucking day, all day is money, 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 money. I'm telling you what people say behind the scenes. And then it ain't even like half the people doing anything productive with the money that they're getting. You don't see them upgrade with, okay, now they got better graphics, or, they taking you somewhere, showing you the world or whatever. They ain't doing that. All they doing is getting high with the money. I said it. Who mad?
Do you still need me, Shelly?
Oh no, you can go if you want to.
Yeah,
Since you don't want to talk with us.
I gotta handle some business. Somebody they don't
Some
like to keep.
business.
No, somebody don't like to keep waiting, so I'm just
I'm
gonna.
gonna get out of there too. Y'all take care. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Okay, thank you for coming up,
All right,
Precious. And Vince, thank you as well for coming up. I appreciate you.
No doubt.
Oh yeah, but matter of fact, once I drop you, I'm gonna talk about something else too.
Go on your
All
date,
right.
Benz.
Huh?
Okay, have a good day, Vince.
I said go on your
What you
date.
say?
She said go on your date.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You too. Okay, so this is the next thing I want to say with Megabus. And I know you like Megabus, but y'all don't find it strange that this girl still has an open case and she out here threatening people? She still got a court case and she out here involved in somebody else's business. Y'all don't find that? I find that very weird. If I had a case, I wouldn't be sitting around bothering other people. Yanni A, thank you so much. Child Sparkly, please don't encourage the two of them.
What? What's Sparkle say?
They said they think Krista and Benson would be a cute couple.
Everybody say that. Well, a lot of people do. I'll put it that way.
Well, see, this is the thing, Zahara. I don't think she's on, or is she on probation? Yeah, she is on probation. You're right, because she violated the probation with what she had did. But so anyway, it's weird to me. It's very, very strange to me that a person, or maybe they just feel like ain't nothing gonna happen. But even with that person, they need accountability because they do too much. And I think their punishment needs to be no social media, none, no YouTube, no nothing. That's what that person needs. Baby, I can't believe I can see you. Yes. What's up, Bambi? Let me tell you, baby, you got the streets on fire, girl. You know? And thank you for the breadcrumbs that you laid down, girl. Anytime you got some breadcrumbs, just get in contact with me, okay? Let me pick them up. I figure out what the hell going on. You know? So shout out to just Bambi, though. If any of the moderators or somebody could go ahead and grab her link and drop it for me, I would truly appreciate it. Make It Clap says she told her probation officer about Tita last year. Oh, wow. Strange. Well, they'll be cellmates, you know, if she keep on fucking around. I can tell you that much. Okay, they said she lied. When she said she got off, she was lying. That's the thing. She don't ever show receipts for anything at all. But people just be believing her because she be doing it. Just like she was somewhere the other day running around somewhere. I was doxing somebody. I'm like, what? I don't even know if I was live. And so I learned that from Ronnie Q page. You know? So let me go up and get to some of these questions up here before we end up going out. Okay. Hold on. Let me go some more. Yeah, I used to be the queen of 1K. Now, I ain't gonna say people can't get 1K, but people are getting it less and less. And I think people need to just look and ask themselves, why, what's going on? Okay, so Love says, my point is, if I leave my child with you, I want you to watch my kid. Exactly. Not Brandy, Reese, nor the niece. If she took Reese to work, she definitely left that baby with her sister a couple times. Child. I can only imagine. I hate that child had to lose his life. But I'm telling you, this lady didn't have no business babysitting.
But you
I'm
know
kind
what
of
I
mad at myself because she was always coming for me. So I didn't watch her. But had I seen some of this shit, oh, I would have been talking about it.
you know what is sad, but only God knew what that child was suffering. And God is not going to allow his angels to suffer. He's not.
Yes.
He will take them back with him.
You know what, sis? You said something so powerful because you know what? When Angel passed away, and I
Hmm.
said to myself, as horrific as her death was, God
Hmm.
knew what she was going through every day and
Yes.
took her to protect her. And then the sister ended up going in foster care and she ended up getting adopted by a family. So it's like that sacrifice for the other child to have a better life and to be safe.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit is wild, man.
Take his angels back. He won't allow you to misuse them. Mm.
Okay, let me see what it says. The kid you would see left with her son is her granddaughter. That was her uncle. I've left my kids in the care of their aunts and uncles all the time. Yeah, my brother's about the only person I trust with my kids, to be honest. Okay, so they talk about Sahara says, I saw Brandy watch Mel, but usually when the kids were sleeping. So yeah, they said some of the kids will come every now and again. So I guess she had different. I don't know. I'm just glad the shit that all came to an end. But then this is another thing too. People telling us we shouldn't talk about it. But even after this shit was done, she still had all the motherfucking audacity to have her ass on motherfucking YouTube doing fucking videos. I'm sure the mama was in a goddamn fetal position somewhere rocking back and motherfucking forth talking about where the hell my baby at. And she fucking still goddamn vaping and driving and talking shit and doing whatever. Get the fuck out of here. When I think about this shit, I get fucking mad. And what's up, Sunny B? And Zahara's right. Let our babies learn to swim and know water safety, especially in the summertime. You know, like I said, it's something to be learned from this. Sophisticated Brat says, Benzone, it's always good to take swimming lessons. My 14-year-old had to be told last weekend at the beach she was too far out by the lifeguard. Yep. I remember going to this indoor water park with my cousin. And she had her kids. I had my kids, and I had Jackson too, which is my kid's little brother. And so she had her baby father daughter. That girl didn't know how to swim or anything. And she went on this goddamn slide that drops you down in the deep fucking water. Her little ass almost drowned. When she came up to the top, the lifeguard took this stick, like this pole or whatever, and she had to grab on it. And then he dragged her back to where she needed to be. She was so motherfucking hot. She packed up her shit and they left. I'll never forget that shit. Okay. So King Mana says, I like Tita, but no, it can't be denied that it was an unfortunate situation brought on by a moment of what is deemed as negligent. I've never seen Tita leave the kids she was nannying. Sparkle Libra says a little autistic boy in Michigan yesterday, no older than 4, left the house and drowned near a lake. It's something about those children with autism. I remember that young boy that they were looking for in New York for the longest time. I can't think of his name, but they were really pushing it out the papers and everything. The missing, he had left from the school. And so when they looked on the cameras, they just seen him exiting the building. They didn't know what happened. They found him drowned in water. For some reason with autistic children, it's something about the water. And actually the kid I was telling you about that was in my house and stripped down butt naked when I was running the water, that child has autism. So that's another thing too. And then also, our parents out here really getting their children tested like they need to be tested, because a lot of these children are going around and they're not even diagnosed because their parents don't want to tell the doctor, you know what I'm saying, that something ain't right, or they're picking up on certain things.
And plus, you got to remember that their world was water when they lived in their mom. They were surrounded by water. That's why they say babies know how to swim when they first born,
Right.
and they encourage parents to keep that up. Um,
Yeah, they say you're
I,
supposed to do it from, from birth, why it's
yeah,
already kind of like, in
yeah.
their head or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah. I can remember almost drowning when I was. We were making flowers in the water. Where everybody hold hands and kick their legs. And while I was kicking my leg up, on one, two, three, after we kicked up our legs, then we supposed to let our hands go, let each other's hands go, and then, swim away. And honey, the girl that was holding my hand on the one side had let me go too soon. And I went to kick my leg up and flipped and turned. I'll never forget that feeling. You talking about somebody scared as hell, and I was up under that water trying to get to the air and shit. Oh my God. It was something that you'll never forget, you know. Up under there, and I could hear everybody still just laughing and talking and all of that. And I could hear our instructor telling us, okay, everybody out the pool. And I'm still trying to, get, get my balance and stuff, you know. I got out of there. I think I was looking real crazy, you know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
people was talking about Tia's family having money. If they got a goddamn pool, they gotta have some type of money, because shit, it ain't just every household sitting around with a damn pool.
yeah. It's better to keep those things covered and stuff, even if you have one in your yard. Even the ones that you can like build up yourself, just keep them covered with the big bleach bottles and stuff over it, because you don't want some neighbor's kid or somebody visiting another neighbor and they walk down here to your pool and stuff, because you'll never forgive yourself. You won't.
Regina says on yesterday, an 18-year-old drowned in Columbia, South Carolina. He just graduated from high school. That's so sad. I remember one boy, and I'm not saying it was right what he was doing, but he was stealing out the mall. This was on the news. And he went and he was running. He ran through the woods, but he didn't know where he was running, and then went into some water. So he ended up drowning. And it's just sad. It really is. LaKendra says also, from babies and kids enjoy splashing in the bathtub, so it's a natural instinct when they see it to want to go play. It's fun time for them. Yup, it
Exactly.
is.
Yeah, they love that. Even when you're doing dishes, they like to get in there, put their hand in there and act like they trying to help you wash the dishes, child. They just want to play in that water.
Sparkle Libra says sometimes those classes are free in certain neighborhoods and seasons. Just go. Actually, at some community centers, they do that, like where it might be like public housing or whatever. They offer that type of stuff. But I think another thing that we all need to do is take a CPR class, if nothing else. Because sometimes, even if you're
So true.
in a situation, emergency or whatever, yeah, you can call 911 and they can walk you through it and all that other type of stuff. But are you going to be doing it correctly? Are you doing it right? And plus, you got to take time to get on the phone with the operator and explain a whole bunch of shit to the operator. You know what I mean? So, and CPR classes aren't that expensive. So, like I said, everybody takes something from this, so we don't have another accident somewhere. You know what, Sunny B, I really would love to know that. I really would love to know how long the baby was in the pool before somebody noticed. That part I don't know. And I was wondering the same thing myself. And another thing I didn't understand, why, when the baby was in the pool, why didn't they just, like, put the baby in the pool and let the mom, like, take care of the baby? You know what I mean? So, and another thing I didn't understand, why Because some people saying the baby was the little boy was 18 months. She got 18 months. I don't know that the baby's 18 months. I know it says in the newspaper, it said a 1-year-old child. So the baby could be 18 months. I don't know. But what I didn't understand is if she was outside, her and the child was outside playing or whatever. Are y'all really telling me that she left the kid outside and she came inside? Because that's what the hell it said. That's what it sounded like. So is that what the hell happened? Now, Michelle says, hello, Shelly. I heard that Tita's sister was on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, Tita told that. Tita's sister and the other girl that was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. See, I don't watch the Potomac. I only have watched the Atlanta. I don't know the girls from Potomac. But Tita was the nanny for that lady. That's how Tita got the job, through her sister in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And that lady ended up firing Tita because Tita was falling asleep while she was watching the kids. And so this was something that was public, and that might have even been on a video. Imagine if they couldn't piece all that shit together. Okay, Karen says the baby is on her last video at the end. Oh my God. Zero lightness. You know, I was thinking the other day, if I had money and I had a pool, I would want just like shit, like when you in the hospital and you get off the damn hospital bed, when you like a fall rest and they go, like I wish some shit like that. You know? It's sad. Oh, he was born January the 2nd. 20. Wait. Well, why I say he was an infant? Why I say he was an infant? 2021. We in 2024. So maybe taller. Maybe taller, not infant.
You can get the bells and stuff on your around your pools too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was 19 months, that Harris said. 19 months. Damn. I don't know, y'all. I when I think about it, I get mad because it didn't have to happen. Zahara says, I had just spoken to his mom about his development. Zahara, did his mom say anything on YouTube after the passing? And I know I'm making a lot of noise right now, but for some reason, this damn laptop thing ain't acting right. Did his mom say? And if you want to come up, Zahara, the link is pinned, or if you or you can call me and I can put it on speaker. You don't have to come up. I know this is sensitive for you, so I'm not trying to I don't want to cause anybody any type of trauma. But I think it would be good for other people to kind of know too, like, you know, what's the status.
You gonna be there tomorrow night?
What's going on tomorrow night?
Wig check Wednesday.
Oh, of course.
Have a nice crowd. James said he coming through.
I can't fit no wig over my head no more, child. Got too much hair on my head.
Tell you to put no wig. All that damn hair you got, of course not.
Okay, so Zahara says not that she knows of. Zahara says I spoke to his mother that week. Oh my goodness. And what's up, pretty chocolate girl? I can only imagine. I mean, but I'm thinking if the mother met her when she was doing the Uber, they ain't known each other that long. I mean, they might have known each other some time, but I mean, I don't think they go back to years and years. And I mean, even in licensed daycare centers, shit happens. Don't get me wrong. Stuff happens there too. But I'd rather take my chances with somebody that's licensed, where I know the state got to be checking up on certain shit. And, you know, they got safety locks on certain things. I just can't believe a pool was out there and kids. I don't know. And I think also too, when you do something and you get away with it over and over again and nothing happens, you get comfortable.
Yeah. I remember my mother had took my niece because she was like, "You need to be going home after work. We get off at night and get you some rest." I said, "Ma, I'm fine. I don't want anybody watching her." So my mom said, "Well, this church that I go to, they got their little daycare and it's right there on my way to work. I'm gonna take her there." Girl, my niece was there for a week. And I was begging my mother every day. I said, "Ma, I keep on having dreams about her. She's being mistreated, this and that." My mother was, "You, that's because we got that girl so spoiled." I said, "Ma, I just don't like it." Girl, why my mom left work early to go pick her up. And she went in there and seen all the other kids playing and stuff. And she was looking around. She said, "Where is Angel?" And the one girl said, "Oh, she was like, yeah, where is Angel?" Girl, why my mother said after a while she heard this little voice saying, "Grandma, Grandma." Girl, one of the workers had locked my baby in the bathroom and told her to sit there on that toilet until she peed.
Wow.
And she said, "Grandma, I've been sitting here." My mother said the back of her thigh and stuff was green. That's how long she had been sitting on the toilet. And she was crying. I told my mother, "Girl, listen, the words." I said, "I don't get a church or nothing." And my mother said, "Don't you take your butt down there to them people's place." I said, "You watch and see." Girl, I said, "Don't you ever take her nowhere." And people always call my niece spoiled, but I don't play them games. Nah, no, thank you.
So Love says they all had tattoos together. They were close. You can tell they loved each other, just a freakish accident. And you know what? That makes it even more sad because imagine this happens, you lose your child, but the person who got distracted or whatever is somebody that you actually care about and love. You know what I mean? Maybe they're able to forgive her. I don't know. But that's a lot.
Mm.
DC Purple Diva says you can't get a home loan without fencing a pool in for your safety purposes. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Eugenia says, I work in a daycare center on base. They have so many rules. They are definitely taking care of your child. Yeah, I mean, I have a friend that has a home daycare center, and I mean, those people, they do pop-up checkups. Even though most of the people who do daycare, they're cool with each other. So if they go and hit one person's house, they'll call them and say, hey, they just came to me, so be on the lookout. They probably coming to you. Not that they doing anything per se wrong, but I mean, they really do inspect and see what's going on. And then they got like they even have the food program where I don't even think the daycare center it matters about their money, but it's more so that they want the kids to eat nutritious food. So if they sign up for the food program, they give them certain amount of food or some shit like that, or certain foods to eat and all that other kind of stuff. Because I guess maybe some daycares, maybe they feel like the kids was eating too much junk food or whatever. I don't know.
You know,
But
in the day now too, they got the you can download their app as long as
mhm.
the child is in that daycare, where you can just sign into your app and watch your child the whole time. Because that's what
Yeah.
happened with my niece when she was in North Carolina, and she had to put my 2 year old niece now. She had to, well, great niece had to put her in daycare. She had the app. Now it costs more, but you have access to it, and you can give up to 3 family members access to it too. But the only thing is that they run a background check on the people that you're giving it to make sure that the people don't have a crazy background. You know what I mean?
So Harris says, remember Tita did have a child care facility prior to doing private care. That I did not know at all. Did not know that one. Love says, in my state, a pool is considered a public nuisance. The homeowner can be sued and responsible. Maybe Tita didn't want her mom to be held responsible. That could be it too. I mean, when that child drowned at Big Booty Judy house, Judy got sued, but I think they didn't disclose how much money it was that she had to end up paying. But I always say, what's money? How much is a life worth? And then what I think is quad medicine women. I think it was her niece that drowned in her pool. Hey sis, what's going on? We just talking about the situation with Tita and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not really here to per se like kick her in her back or anything like that, but I think it's a lesson to be learned from this, and we all just need to pay attention just a little bit more.
And hey to everybody.
Lolo says, hey, Shelly, I'm so sorry to hear about this tragedy. I feel like everyone involved will need post-traumatic stress help for a future. Yeah. Now, Lolo, I don't mind. I don't know if you mind coming up, but I do have a question for you if you don't mind coming up. Let me drop the link for you too as well. Yeah. So sis, you haven't been on for a couple of days, but Tita Talk, the content creator, she does childcare, babysit kids and stuff like that. She was taking Suboxone, which is like methadone or whatever. So she was having issues with like falling asleep, nodding and shit like that. And so she basically fell asleep and the child drowned and passed away in the pool. You know what, friend? That's a good question too. I just wonder how are the parents handling this, knowing that they were so close to Tita? Like, I just wonder how do they feel towards her now? Are they able to see this as an accident, or are they upset and mad and angry with her? Because with deaf people always need somebody to be mad with anyway. Even when it's not like this. So I'm just curious. Okay, Zahara says, my take is that she underestimated the withdrawals and she should have took time away from the job. I suspect she didn't want to let people down. Yeah. And that can happen too, where you feel like, oh my God, but they're expecting me. So let me, and you push yourself when you know that you shouldn't. So I understand what you mean when you say that, Zahara. I do. Med check. Yes, sis. You can come up if you want to, because I'm only gonna have about, let me see, 3. I ain't gonna be able to stretch it past like probably maybe 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I'm gonna have to get off of here and then put the pedal to the metal on the gas. But I also noticed something. It seemed like, from what I saw, and I could have been misunderstanding, but was it a month after the child passed away from the time that it was a funeral? Friend, the way I read it, that's what it sounds like to me. And that's the problem that I have. See, and I'm not saying it would be better if she fell asleep in the house and the kid went outside and got in the pool. But from my understanding, she was outside with the kid. I see you, Silky. Hold on, let me just put up a banner right quick.
Hey, Shelly.
Hey, boo. Okay, let me take this down.
How y'all doing?
Wonderful. I'm gonna give you the floor.
Shelly, this is what I want to add. I love Tita, and I had noticed that she was missing, so I had emailed her in the background. This is back in March or something like that. I emailed her saying, I haven't seen you. I hope all is well, and I didn't get a response. After that, unfortunately, we hear this information, and I hate this happen. And I'm gonna tell you, it takes stuff like this as lessons in life that we have to learn. because my grandson is autistic, and I didn't know at the time that autistic kids is drawn to water. They drawn to water, and I had went to a
See, we was
friend's
just we
house.
was just talking about that. The
Or
autistic
maybe I
kids in
missed it
water.
because I've been in and out.
Oh no, it's
But
okay. I was saying we talked about it, and I'm glad you said it because people need to be educated and they don't know that. I was telling them that even my son, he came over with his friend and her little boy. I was running water in the bathroom. This was the child's first time ever come to my house. I turn around and look, and the kid is butt ass naked. So I'm gonna finish letting you tell your story, but I'm so glad that you're saying this because people do need to be educated on this.
I went to a friend's house and we had just entered
They love
into the yard, and you had to go up a deck to get to the pool. That little baby must have smelt the water because I couldn't even see the pool. He must have smelt that water. Before I knew it, do you know that baby was in the end of that pool, at the bottom of that pool? He thought he could just walk on water. And I think if those children had not have had been in the water to retrieve him out of the water quickly, that could have been, something that I could have been still crying about today because I hadn't even noticed that the baby had ran away from me. And so it is really vital to me now that I know that I have to get my grandbaby swimming lessons because he's drawn to water.
And I'm glad that you are getting something out of this. People getting mad about us talking about it. We need to talk about it. See, you're saying I'm gonna go get swimming lessons. You're getting something. We're learning something. Some lives can be saved from this.
Absolutely. And
exactly,
I'm
exactly.
praying
How is
for
everybody?
Tita, and I'm truly gonna support Tita throughout this because nobody ever wants something like this to happen. I watched her, and how loving and patient, the patience that she had with kids that I know that would get on. Sorry, my baby keep calling, and so it's just an unfortunate situation. I'm praying for her and both the families. I am, because this is hard, even for me hearing that this has happened.
And people have the right to feel that way too. And I think we also need to respect people who are saying, "Well, I'm going to pray for her. I wish her well." You get what I'm saying? Like we don't have to fight just because we don't feel the same way. That's another thing I'm trying to get across to people. We can agree to
Absolutely.
disagree. We ain't got to get into no scruffle. We ain't got to fall out. We ain't got to do all that.
True.
Um, it was something else I wanted to say, but it just went way over way. Lolo, hey boo.
Hey Lolo, but I'm gonna jump down, y'all. Hey,
Okay,
Hello, my love. How are
hey, just
thank you
you?
so much for
Krista.
Hey, Silky
thank you so
Black.
much for coming up. And honestly, what you were saying and where we kind of are now, I kind of hate that I have to leave because I feel like I'm being very rushy. But I really do want to get into this a little bit deeper, like even as far as like autism and children and this, all of that. Like, I really feel that this is something that we need to talk even more about, like paying attention, like taking the lessons that we're getting from this. Because even with me, I'm like, yesterday I seen a
Yeah,
dog
is
in the
that your
car.
mic,
The people
boo?
left the dog in the car,
Oh,
and
because
even though
one more
they,
thing I wanted to add before I jump down. That that
okay, go
that
ahead.
that thing taught me that he quickly he's quick. He runs. He's like Forrest Gump. He run away from you. So now, although a lot of people may not understand it, but I have to keep a harness on him.
Oh, I'm not mad about that at all.
Mm.
I have to for
It's
his
better
safety.
to.
I had to do that with my kids too when they were younger because I'm just not as quick as them.
Yeah,
Right. I'm
I
gonna
went to
stay up
this.
here to hear what you want to add, Lola.
Yes, I'm so sorry for this situation for the parents, for Tita, because Tita was she is a good person. I know she's beating herself up over this.
Yeah.
And I know that her and the family are going to need post-traumatic stress disorder therapy for the foreseeable future. I don't think that's something that anybody can get over. Not at all.
Yeah, that's true. And Yanni, let me tell you, I went to a couple funerals here recently, Caribbean funerals, and they were, matter of fact, it was over a month. Somebody else passed away recently, and it was about 3 months before they got buried because everything out of the country is really pushed back far.
No.
But usually it's 9. They do like 9 night, like they do a celebration and all that. Like they don't. Some white people, I hate to say it, but when I moved out here and got around a lot of white people, I would notice they lose a family member, and that child would be buried like almost the same week. And you like, wait a minute, but they just died on Monday, and the funeral was on Wednesday. But so every like race or culture, they do things different. So let me give you the floor, Lolo. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I'm. You called me. Look, you called me up here. I was making myself burgundy. So,
Oh, what I want to talk to you about. Okay, let's get started with it, and hopefully I can sum it up in 5 minutes because I got to go to this appointment.
okay,
This can cause Tita to relapse. You're right, but hopefully by her being in jail, even though there's drugs there,
yeah.
maybe if she really wants, maybe she can really get the treatment that she needs. I know prison ain't the place to really try to get your life together. You get what I'm saying? But maybe that'll be the wake up call for her too. I don't know. But and sundown, we talked about that too. People take your vitamin D, especially if you're not out there getting your vitamin D, mental
That's true.
health. Talked about that in the beginning with Brian and stuff. So I heard that you're supposed to be going on this vacation or whatever, and I'm happy for you or whatever. But it made
Thank
me
you. I'm
start thinking. I
excited.
remember that time when you and
Hmm.
Megabus was supposed to meet up.
We were. Wait, I was supposed to meet Jay Dunn. Oh, must have been a time before she went rogue. That must have
Yeah,
been
this
before
was a
she
long
went
time
crazy.
ago.
Oh yeah, that must have
And
been before
I
she went.
remember she came out here and she told people a whole bunch of stuff about your health and blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
And I was just wondering, what will your health affect you now with this meetup that you're going to be doing?
Nope, I don't think so. It's no secret that I have spina bifida and I'm missing a piece of my spine. I was blessed enough to have the spinal fusion, which is a pain in and of itself, which is how me and Tita got to become real good friends because they had me on so many different pain medications that they even had me on fentanyl at one time. But I was lucky enough to have doctors that cared, and so they finally got me off of all of those big, strong, heavy medications. And so we were talking about the differences between street drugs versus prescription drugs, which
Hmm.
drugs are drugs, period.
Yes.
When you get down to it. But I've been doing really, really good. I've been getting my acupuncture. I've gotten that works. It really works. I never thought that that would help. That works a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I used to get acupuncture even though my insurance didn't cover it. And
Hmm.
at this place, they also did like a sliding fee thing for people depending
Yeah.
on your income or whatever. And the lady, she was a white lady, but she was like kind of like a hippie. She had like dreads and stuff in her hair,
Hmm.
and she was real good. I also was going to a chiropractor, and that lady was amazing. But for
Yeah.
whatever reason, maybe she wasn't getting a lot of business. She closed her business. When I tell you that lady will work a miracle on me, and she was so fucking skinny, and she would just go like
See?
boom,
And just hit you
you
right in
know?
the right spot where you can't reach, and it makes a
Yeah.
huge difference. And I get the cortisone shots. My pain management facility, the doctor is excellent, and we're able to take the very least amount of medication that I can take, that I can get, go with. So yeah, I'm able to. I'm walking. I do everything I like. They said that I wasn't supposed to be able to do.
Too.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yes, and I was saying that as far as like with Brian, I don't know what he has going on or whatever, but we do
Gotcha.
have to understand this. Doctors don't know everything. When I was diagnosed in 2008, they
Right.
said the doctor said to me, in 5 years, you will be in a wheelchair. Okay, and
Right.
that was 2008. We in 2024 now, and I ain't never been like literally put, you know, in a wheelchair, right?
That's
So at
right.
the end of the day, God is always going to have the final say, and I do believe
God
He's a
has the
miracle worker.
say
He has
on
been working
what
miracles for
happens.
me.
Absolutely. I just walked around the grocery store. Now, while I'm not, I do know that I'm 53. I'm not going to be running up and down 106-degree heat up and down the Vegas Strip. I will find myself somewhere comfortable where it's cool at and I can make some money because, see, I have a mission. I want to play them penny and nickel machines because I want to make so much money that I can pay all my neighbors' rent to the end of the year. I want to do
And you
something
pay mine too if
simple.
you hit.
Absolutely,
Okay,
I
thank
sure
you.
will. I
Almost
sure
made me
will.
choke on my water.
Look,
Wait a minute.
well,
Pay
Krista,
my
think
rent
about it.
too.
What's the good of winning a whole bunch of money that, one, I'm not used to? Because this ain't no secret. I'm a poor chick. I take care of my mom. We try to do what we can. My sister doesn't pitch in. My brother doesn't pitch in. So I do the best that I can for my mom. So if I win this a whole bunch of money, what good is having all this money when my neighbors still may need, when my friends still may need? You can leave me with $50 and I'll still be happy. If I can do something and give to some charity, if I can give to you, if I can pay your rent, if I can pay my rent, if we good to go, then that makes me feel special because
Well, I
this I
don't ask for
stumbled
a
into
whole
this.
lot, so since you
Yeah.
ain't got to pay my rent, just mail me some edibles. Um, let me see, a case of Pepsis,
A case of
some
Pepsi.
edibles, and some M&Ms and some Twizzlers. That's it. I don't want nothing else. But
Hey, that's all right with me. Let me win some money, girl. You're gonna be getting a care package to your door. I think that it
And I'll
just
just take a bag of lemons,
You
just a
just
few
want a
bags.
bag of lemons? Okay, I'm gonna drive them to you, Krista, because I don't want to
Okay.
send them lemons. I'm gonna drive them to you, Miss Krista, and I'm gonna make sure that we do a whole lemon mukbang. Listen, I just feel like I was
Now
blessed
bring
and
yourself
humbled.
some too, because
You
I love
know,
lemons.
Okay, see, and I just feel so blessed to
Me.
have had this happen. I never expected to go to Vegas. I've never been anywhere. I don't know what a vacation is. It's like what? I pay money to go somewhere else and then what? I mean, so it never ever knocked in my head that perhaps maybe you could go. No, I have an 82-year-old woman who has dementia. I can't just leave her and just say, "Oh, I'm going here." But if I do win something, I am blessing others because that's my nature. That's what God has me here for. I'm a caretaker. I have accepted my position, my life. It is what it is. If my sister and brother won't do for my mother, I will do for my mother. I will be here. She took care of this 15-year-old pregnant person, child, and took care of us until I was able to get grown and have my other
Shelly,
four
I'm gonna get ready
children.
to get down, baby. This
hey,
phone
can
is
I just say I'm not ignoring anybody in the chat. I really do. I don't know if I'm gonna come back today or if y'all want to do this tomorrow, but I do want to talk about Nicki Minaj and her husband. Cause see, I've been speaking up about that
What?
for a long time. Now he's supposed to
yeah.
have left her. Okay. Now you know when she was together with Safari, Safari left her fucking ass. Meek
Shelly, I'm
Mill
gonna get
said he
ready to
just
get
used
down,
her
baby.
for,
This fucking knock me down.
huh?
Cause
She
this
said,
phone is
"Knock her down."
gonna
Knock
get.
you
No,
down.
I was saying. No, I said I'm gonna get ready to get down because this phone is dead, child. It's on
Oh
90.
Okay,
God!
so my computer did too.
All right,
Uh,
Um,
baby.
Hugs and
but
kisses.
so sis,
I'll
what
see
you
y'all.
think? You want to come back later on, or you want to do it tomorrow? I want to talk more about relationships, Nicki Minaj. I want to talk about
I'm
why women settle and get with somebody that's beneath them. Like, first of all, you go get a motherfucking nigga. He don't got no job. You got to
right.
put him on the on paperwork as that he worked for you in order for him to even fucking travel because of his fucking track record and his fucking background. Make that make sense. Why, as women, are we always, and I'm not saying I am, but you know, we've done it at
Yeah,
some point
but
in
a
time.
lot
Why
of
are
them
we
do. We
settling?
always do that. I said,
Yeah.
let them. If he walked away, if he left, girl, let him say bye and keep it moving. You don't need a sex offender in your camp if you don't have to. Although that seems to be the running theme for most of them rappers and everything. If you don't need no trash, then let the trash leave.
Right. What's up, MU? So look, I gotta
Misunderstood,
run
gorgeous.
before I get a $100 late fee.
Yes, yes,
Can he even
please
go to
do.
child? See, that's another thing too. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I got a good feeling about how this shit is going to pan out.
Yeah,
Let me reach out to a couple people, and if I can get a couple of women to come up here, because I mean I can do it by myself, but I do want to have different women, and I want to talk about that relationship stuff, about when you get with a
absolutely.
man that's not as successful as you, and vice versa. So I'm gonna see if I can work that out. If I can, I'm gonna come back today. If
Yeah,
not
hit me up.
tomorrow,
Let me
but
know.
I'm gonna
Tag
hit
me.
you up.
Let
I'm gonna
me
hit
know.
you up.
Cause you know we got things to say, and Shelly is the bomb. I love my sis. I love her to death. I can't. We're gonna do something on in the DMV area so we can all meet on up ourselves on
Yeah,
over
you
here.
should be coming to the meet and greet, child. You should have been it.
Absolutely.
Had your
Me
thing
and Jay
together.
Wilson got a date too. We got a date when he come down here. So I will be seeing you, my love. And I thank you. Mwah, hugs and kisses. I'll see you guys later. Be good and don't get no $100 late fee because of me. Bye, baby.
Girl, I know that's I'm gonna have to come on here begging. Help me out, y'all.
Okay, don't
But
do it.
look,
Bye, boo.
I can't even give y'all no music today. Listen, I love y'all, and if I can, I feel like it's more to talk about. So let me see what I can do. If not, I'll probably come back tomorrow. All right. Have a good day. Bye bye.